Hello, I'm Cindy Sim with Century 21 Westcountry here in Sundre. Today we have a fantastic guest, Lacey White from Canada Mortgage Direct. Lacey, you are a mortgage planner. Can you please tell us how much money do we need down to buy a house?
That's a very good question.
Yes.
And when it comes to a down payment, typically the minimum is 5% down. There has been a question raised whether or not that you have to be a first-time home buyer in order to have the 5% down.
A lot of people think so.
Yes, and as a matter of fact, you don't.
There you go.
So if you're buying a home to live in, it's 5% down minimum. There are insurance premiums through CMHC or Genworth or Canada Guarantee, to name a few.
Yeah.
But that's the
That's
minimum.
the gist of it.
Yeah.
So now that you know we only need 5% down if we're going to live in the home, what are the closing costs? Like, nobody ever really talks about closing costs after you go through all the schmeal, you find your home, you buy it.
Right.
Closing costs.
So lenders want to know that you have the amount of money to put down for a down payment, as well as have enough money to cover closing costs, which are including lawyer fees. So that could be anywhere from just a random guess, $1,000 plus.
Right.
Depending on the whole.
The scale of it all.
Right.
Yeah.
Home inspection costs. So
Right.
some people don't do a home inspection.
Yeah.
Some people do.
Yeah.
Appraisals. You might have an appraisal.
Yeah.
So that's another cost as well.
Yeah.
I usually recommend a good buffer of at least $3,000. I
Okay.
mean, that's a little bit high, maybe less depending on your situation, but it kind of gives you that
That,
buffer.
yeah, to get
But,
everything done.
Yeah, lenders want to typically see at least 1% to 1.5% of whatever the house price is.
Oh,
Yeah.
see, there, I had no idea of that.
Yeah.
There you guys go. So those are your closing costs. So 5% down and then your typical little buffer for closing costs. Now, what if our clients, what if people watching today aren't going to rush out and buy a house right now, but they're really planning for it, they've been talking about it with their significant others, they're starting to, save, but they just don't know, and they want to buy next year, say.
Right.
Can you help them?
Yes, so my job is to sit down with the client
Yeah.
and figure out, well, what will it take for us to get you into a home within
Yeah.
6 months or a year. Sometimes it might take up to 2, depending on the situation.
Depending on where they
So
are.
that's my job, sit down with the client and figure out which would be the best strategy to get you the 5% down
Yeah.
that we need.
So you're huge support,
Yeah.
in the beginning. To help
Totally.
people, question and answers and planning and just walking you guys along what you need to do to get into the house that you want to get into.
Right. Well, and the down payment can come from help from a family, immediate family member, come from investments, savings. RSPs are a huge one, especially for first-time home buyers.
Yeah.
There's many different ways that they can save for a down payment
Perfect.
or get to where they want to be.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
So if people had questions, how can they contact you?
So you can call me at 403-636-4159 or email
Yeah.
Lacey at sundremortgage.com. I had to remember that for a second.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Lacey. I enjoyed having you. We're going to have more with Lacey. She's going to come down a little more often, and we're going to dive into a few more things for you guys. But yeah, thank you again.
Thank you.